Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Swizzle Cuts, and today I'm going to show you how to take a cheap pair of Chinese trimmers and turn them into the closest performing thing to a corded T-outliner as I have ever used. Alright, this machine is about 30 bucks on Amazon. I'll have a link to it in the description. We are going to turn this into a certified hitter. You are first going to need this machine, of course. You're going to need the blade drive and the cam follower and the spring from an Andis Slimline Pro Li. You're going to need a T-outliner blade. If you have one that's already adjusted the way you like it, you can use that one or get a new one. You're going to need Phillips head screwdriver, razor knife, needle nose pliers, and vice grips for zero gapping. Alright, first we're going to start at the beginning and take off the original blade. I'm going to keep those screws because we'll need those. And then we're going to take off the cap just so we can remove this little shield that's on there right now. And that just comes off, and then you want to take this little shield, and you're not going to need that, so put that off to the side. Stick that back on there. Then you're going to take the blade drive from the Slimlines, and you're going to remove the moving blade You're going to pop out the cam follower because you need to keep this. Just stick a screwdriver in there and pop that little piece out right there. And you are going to take the spring off of the blade drive assembly. Just slide that off, put it to the side. And then with this, you are going to take your razor knife and make a little cut right here, right in the middle there. Be careful, but you're going to want to cut through the plastic. You'll hear it pop when it gets through, all the way through. And you can do the same thing on the other side. Then you want to take your needle nose pliers and grab the end very gently and pop that out. See, the metal piece comes out. The metal piece is what we're concerned with. That's the part we're going to need. So, and you're going to grip the metal piece and gently wiggle the plastic piece there till all you have is just that. Right? Put that to the side there. Alright, next thing we want to do is pop open our blade, our T-outliner blade. And what we're going to do here is take these screws out. And the important part about zero gapping these is making sure that when you have this spacer back in and your blade assembled, that if you try to move the spacer up and down while it's in that groove, that there is no wiggle at all. That way you know your blade will stay exactly where you put it. So the way I do that, if you haven't seen this done before, is you take a set of vice grips, and what you do is right down here at the bottom on both sides, you want to pinch the plastic down there. Not don't you don't have to, you know, squeeze the life out of it. Just enough that it expands a little bit. So you get a little crimp right there, like you see that? And you do that on both sides. Then after you do that, you want to stick it back inside. You'll have to press it in. You'll probably feel it snap. And you want to move it left and right inside the channel to make sure that it fits. You flip it over and do the same thing, and what it'll do is these little metal pieces at the bottom will shave off any extra plastic from being stretched, and then it will fit securely in that channel and it will not move up and down, right? So then after you do that, what you want to do is you want to assemble the blade back the way it's supposed to go now, which is going to be oh yeah, sorry. You want to take the spring and stick it right here. You want to sit it right there and take this little metal piece that we got from the slim lines and lay it across the spring. Then you want to take your screws from your T-outliner blade and replace them right there in the holes from the brace from the slim line. You want to tighten that down. Don't tighten it all the way yet, because we are going to zero gap them. Then what we're going to do is take the cam follower from the slim lines and we are going to cut off these little nubs on the end right here, these two little nubs. Be careful, but you're going to want to shave them all the way down. If you have a file, I usually use a file for this because it will make it flush and a lot neater, and it's safer. Then after you cut those down, you are going to slide it into the drive hole on your T-outliner blade and make sure you slide the springs into the little channels right there. Springs will go right into those little channels and hold the driver in place. It snaps right in. Alright, now you may notice a problem if you try to go left and right, even though it doesn't always go left and right. I mean, it doesn't go that far left and right, that the springs will snap out. So what you want to do there is take your needle nose and apply a little bit of pressure right there at the bend of the spring. And what that does is it increases the tension on the cam follower. So then, once the machine's moving, it won't pop out anymore. Alright? So now you want to zero gap it. The way I zero gap mine is I turn them sideways and look down the blade like that. So however you zero gap your blade, you can go ahead and do that, and that's just how I do it. And these feel like they are correct, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these screws back down. Yeah, we got a nice good zero gap there. So then you are going to just reassemble the blade. Now another thing is, this mod works even better if you use the cam follower from a cordless T-outliner, but I figure it's more cost effective to use the slimline one, unless you can order the part itself. Alright, and now we are ready to go. This is a nice quiet clipper. It's powerful. It's really powerful. And I promise you, this is the closest thing to a corded T-outliner you will find in a cordless machine. Also, one word of caution is if you want to carry this, and I got this from JMac, is if you want to carry this, to a job, between jobs, you want to carry it in the box that it came in, just to be safe. Don't just throw it in a book bag or in your pocket, because the one downfall of this is that if the end of this gets pressed down, it does move. It won't move in a shop environment, I promise you that. It won't move. But if you have it thrown in a bag with a bunch of other stuff, it might pop out and you might lose it. Alright, so just make sure you carry it in the box and you will be good to go. This is my audocs clipper mod. So take care, enjoy, and stay sharp.